Good evening, everybody. I wanted to jump on here right quick. This won't be a long post, but I want to show you a couple of things that I found at thrift stores this week. We found an abundance of scrapbooking. I'll show you how to scrapbook on one day and how to make memories with your patient. But I had a couple of things that I wanted to show you that, again, I bought them from the thrift store. You can find them in Target, TJ Maxx, places like that. They're made by a company called Melissa and Doug, and I've tried to get in touch with them to let them know how their products could also be used for Alzheimer's and dementia patients. I have a niece that is a kindergarten teacher, and so she is teaching cognitive skills and things like that to her students. Well, as a dementia Alzheimer care partner is the word we use now, and I like that because if you take the word partner apart, you get part, and that means you're a part of that person's journey, and you're a part to help find out how to make their life easier. And partner is somebody that's in the fight with you or in the race with you. So I like having that word better than I do caregiver. That doesn't take any ownership. Partner means we're in this thing together and we're going to find out the best way to do everything for you and the best way to make you live your best life. Just because you have those diseases does not mean you're going to die with that disease. You're going to live with that disease. Now, there's no cure, and what I always say is I hope God allows me to be alive when there is a survivor, the first survivor of this horrible disease. So let's get right into these things. You'll see a book called Make a Face Sticker Pad. I use these with Mom. If you'll notice, there's pages and pages of different types of nationalities, different types of faces, but one thing that's odd about them is they don't have eyes, they don't have lips, there's no jewelry on them or anything like that. Well, if you keep going through the book, you'll come up on a series of pages of stickers. So we're going to try to find those stickers in this book. And here they start right here. So you can actually make them whatever eye color or eye shape that you want to fill in the face. They even have funky eyeglasses you can put over the eyes. You can make each one of them different. They're sets of pearls. These are different types of eyebrows you can give them, different types of eyes, different types of lips, different types of earrings, all kind of sunglasses and jewels that you could put on them for earrings and things like that. And you'll see all of those. So they can take a blank canvas and turn them into like what you see on the front of this book. Now you might ask, what could that do to help an Alzheimer's or dementia patient? It's much like my mom loved paper dolls, my mom loved to color. So with this, you're making them, even though it's menial to us, you have to think from kind of like a kindergarten point of view. These still make them choose what color eyes, what kind of jewelry, what kind of glasses, if any, what shape of their eyebrows. You still get them to decide and make the person who they want to see, so they can design a person. So these books like this are really good because they still have to make the decision, like with paper dolls and things like that, what clothes to put on them, if they match. You can make them wear glasses. So these books are really good to have for your dementia patients because it makes their brain work in a way that they have to design the blank faces. They have to choose eye colors and all that. So you see the blank face right there is how all of them start off. And when they're finished with them, they've got on jewelry, they've got eyes, they've got eyelids, they've got mouths, they've got hair bows. So that's one good thing. Another thing, and this may look remedial to you, but that's what we want. Like I said, my mom, I made her read every day. She was a Sunday school teacher for 40-something years. So we used books like this. So not only did I have to ask her what that was, and she would tell me a house, she could also read that it was a house, and she would also keep up with her counting by saying, there are 3 houses in this picture. Same thing with the snowman. She had to say there were snowmen. If she couldn't get the word out, she could still read it. And she would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how can that help? When my mom got in the throes of dementia, she would lay in her bed and take the sheets or covers that she had on her, and inch by inch, she would measure them out and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes up to 30. And what we were made to realize through our hospice doctor, they go back to what they did as a living. She spent all of her life in textile plants. And so she was actually counting out the like yards of fabric and different things that she had done when she had worked her job. So she still loved to count. So she would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they were snowmen because she could still read. Plus they showed a picture of what they actually were, and she could tell you that there were 5 snowmen. And that's what this whole book is. It makes you count, tells you what the item is. This is an ice cream truck, and there's only one in the picture. So she would say 1 ice cream truck. Sometimes I'd have to help her spell the words out. Like right here, this lion has 4 cubs. So there's the mama lion, and there's the 4 cubs. So she would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting the mother. But there was only 4 cubs. And it said the lion has 4 cubs. So books like that might seem remedial for your kindergarten, toddler, area ages that teach them how to count and things like that. But for someone with dementia, that can help them keep counting and be able to count and know what they're counting and read what they're counting, but also realize what these things are in these pictures. So these are just 2 things. I bought them from the thrift store that they can help you with that. You could also go to places like TJ Maxx. Hobby Lobby carries books like these, but you're still making their brain have to decide, what color eyes do I want this person to have? Do I want them to wear glasses? What color eyebrows should they have? What shape should their mouth be? Should they have a bow in their hair? Should they wear jewelry? You're still making them have to think about all of these different things to take this blank canvas and make it someone with me, blue eyes, me with glasses, me with a beard, which I need to shave. But that, and also this book, it can help them keep learning to read, and it also shows them pictures of what they're saying, and it also helps them keep their counting up of how many of that thing is in that picture. So I hope that helps somebody today. Again, you don't have to go broke to be a care partner. You can go to thrift stores. Melissa and Doug, even though I've tried emailing them several times on, they say they make toys for autistic kids and things like that. The only thing they don't mention on there is that these products can be also used for seniors with dementia or Alzheimer's, because really a lot of these things, they're reverting back to a child. So you've got the Melissa and Doug items, or trying to push the children to learn how to do these things that are cognitive. Well, in dementia, you're still trying to keep them as far as you can and as long as you can in a point to where they don't keep what Melissa and Doug's products wanted you to learn to begin with. So you can use those products. I know they might seem childish to you, but after a while they'll be a lot of fun. I love Mom. We were doing one time, and she put a mouth on one, and it was crooked, and I said, that princess looked like she had had a stroke or something, because Mom didn't have her face, her eyes were cockeyed, one up here, one down there. So what you can do after this is once they get bad, after my mom passed, I took all the pictures that she had colored in those coloring books, all the faces that she had made like this with these books, different things that she had done like that, and I had those sheets laminated and put into sheet protectors and put into a binder. And since my sisters weren't with her all the time as much as I was, I made them books for Christmas after Mom had passed, and was able to give them pictures that Mom had colored herself, and the faces that she made would bring a giggle, and that's what my mom would have loved, because my mom was loads of fun. So I hope this helps somebody today. Again, you don't have to break the bank. If you want to shop thrift stores, if you're a thrifter, you're really going to love looking for this stuff, because when I go into a thrift store, I go in there looking for things to help Alzheimer's patients. I know I'm not a care partner for anyone anymore. My mom and dad are both gone, but I help take care of them. There's nothing in this world that I could ever garner any kind of attention, any kind of fame, any kind of money that is worth giving back to people who gave so much for me. And this is your way to do it. You can do it through thrift stores, or if you like new items, you can go to places like TJ Maxx. Some of the dollar stores have them, especially Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, places like that. You can go and get these items, and after your person is gone, you can make mementos for the whole entire family that didn't get to spend as much time with her, and they can always have something to remember the good times by. So I hope everybody has had a good weekend, and I hope this helps somebody. Please comment and let me know if you get anything out of these videos. That's the only way I know I'm making a difference. If I can make a difference to one person, that's worth it to me. I love the patients, but I love the caregivers, because they're the ones that are in the trenches, and I've been there with you. I was one of you, and you're a partner with that person. Look at it like that way. You're trying to help them live their best life with this terrible disease. And like I said, I hope God allows me to be alive to meet the first survivor of dementia and Alzheimer's. Hope everybody has a good week, and I will see you soon. And I promise we'll talk about scrapbooking, and I'll show you some of the pictures in the scrapbook, some of the stories I typed out to go along with them. And so you can use those as stories to tell your dementia Alzheimer's patients, using pictures of themselves and the people that they love the most. So it's like telling them little stories that has to do with things that they actually did in their life to try to keep it fresh in their mind. They might have forgot, but still, hey, what kind of story is better to tell someone with dementia or Alzheimer's than stories of adventures they took as a child or a teenager, or their young married life? That's things that can mean the world to them, and will mean the world to you, because you will have those once that person is gone. So hope everybody has a good evening. Have a good week. Bye. And remember to care for the caregiver, or care partner, as we say. And you can't take care of anyone if you don't take care of yourself first. So put everything down, go get you a cup of coffee. Have a good day. Bye.